On commence ce morning call avec la situation.
We opened this morning call with the situation in the DRC, where the transition to the new year was made under heavy security. At least 8 people were killed and about 100 others were wounded during protests against President Joseph Kabila. Several priests were questioned by police. As you know, the Catholic Church has been very much involved in the political dialogue concerning the departure of the Congolese president, whose term of office ended on the 20th of December 2016. In his speech at the end of the year, President Kabila did not mention the recent political tensions or the deaths yesterday on the 31st of December.
Reports from the Democratic Republic of Congo say security forces shot several men dead during protests against President Joseph Kabila on Sunday. The protesters demanded the implementation of the December 31 agreement and political transition in the country. According to the figures provided by the authorities, at least 8 were killed. The advocacy group Human Rights Watch said the men were killed outside St. Alphonse Church in the Congolese capital Kinshasa on the day Catholic activists organized protest marches following Sunday Mass. However, a police spokesman denied the use of ammunition by the security forces during the demonstrations. Even under President Mobutu, which was a dictatorship, you could march peacefully. But today, we don't understand anymore. We are really tired of Kabila. President Kabila is still young, and he can leave his place to someone else and come back later if he wants. He has worked a lot already. It's enough. We don't want him. He should go and rest. More than 100 opposition supporters were stopped from demonstrating outside the Notre Dame de Congo Cathedral in Kinshasa, where opposition leader Felix Tshisekedi was attending Mass. Around 40% of Congo's population is Roman Catholic, but church leaders have not formally backed the protests. Authorities ordered internet and SMS cut off. President Joseph Kabila is under pressure not to amend Congo's constitution in a way that would allow him to stand for a 3rd term in office.
Well, looking at the reaction of the Congolese government in this matter, spokesperson Lambert Mende said only 2 demonstrators were killed during the protests and 1 policeman. So according to him, there were agitators among the demonstrators, and that's why chaos erupted with the security forces. The government refused permits for the demonstration on Sunday and shut down internet and SMS services countrywide ahead of the planned anti-government protest for what it called security reasons. More than 160 churches participated in the call.
Now, to better understand this situation, let's get in touch with T. Tenge Lababu, a Congolese political analyst. Mr. Lababu, good morning. How can we interpret this brutal intervention by the police in churches? I sincerely believe that this is a violation of the most basic of rights of citizens, rights that are recognized by the Constitution. When people disagree with the way of dealing with things, they have the right to demonstrate in the streets without violence to express their dissatisfaction. What's shocking is that the police have overstepped their duties. The duties of the police are to protect the population, ensure public order, but they have no right to enter churches, to prevent the faithful who would like to walk, to claim what they're entitled to, not to do so. This is very serious, and to make things worse, to show also on the part of those who give this kind of order that the government is not credible when it promises that this year there will be an election. We cannot hold elections in such a brutal context, where people do not have the right to express themselves on the streets without violence. I think this is very worrying about what could happen in 2018.
Où les gens n'ont pas le droit d'exprimer dans la rue, sans violence. Je pense que c'est très inquiétant pour ce qui pourrait se passer au cours de cette année 2018.
It was said the Catholic Church played an important role in resolving the political crisis in the country. But with these calls to demonstrate, can we conclude that the Church is clearly taking a stand against Joseph Kabila?
Il n'est un secret pour personne que
It's not a secret that the Catholic Church that sponsored the negotiations between government and opposition in 2016, which led to the so-called New Year's Days deal, is disappointed by the turn of events. And logically, it cannot be silent. It must try to act to convince those who pull the strings that this path they are taking is not right, is not the right one. The path that everyone would like to take is that of dialogue and respect for the promise given. We are not in this context, we are in a test of strength. That is to say, he who has power believes that in order to preserve his interests, he must use force to prevent any contestation. And as in the past, the Catholic Church, as in the days of President Mobutu, is among the institutions that are involved in political life to encourage everyone to accept accountability in the handling of public affairs and respect to commitments, peace and security in the country.
La clarté dans la conduite de la chose publique et le respect des engagements pris pour la paix et la sécurité du pays.
And lastly, should we expect more repressive 2018 in the light of recent events?
Vous l'avez appris comme tout le monde que il n'y a pas eu.
You learned it as everyone else. There was not. You learned it, as did everyone else, as there was not only police to prevent people from demonstrating. There is also the army. I don't know if the army's role is to intervene in this kind of situation, but the army has intervened as well. And people talked about live ammunition. When you shoot people who do not have real bullets, it shows that the situation is desperate. I don't know if everything that was planned for 2018 is going to happen, but if it was, it would be a miracle. The truth is, there are some who do not want to let go, who want to cling to the privileges of power, and on the other hand, those who want peaceful change. But if the hardening comes from the government side, there's much to fear that 2018 will be a very complicated year for the Congo.
Mais si le durcissement vient du côté, il y a fort à craindre que 2018 soit une année très très compliquée pour le Congo.
Merci Chitenge Lubabu. Thank you, Chitenge Lubabu, for your insight into the situation in DRC.
Well, just a reminder, Chitenge Lubabu is a political analyst specialized in matters concerning the DRC. You're still watching The Morning Call. The African Journal is up next.